So let's talk about the United Nitwits for a second, which I said we were going to delve into a bit deeper. 2024 UNGA resolutions on Israel versus the rest of the world. From 2015 through 2023, the UN General Assembly has adopted 154 resolutions against Israel and 71 against other countries combined. For texts and voting sheets, go and see the UN Watch database. It's freely available. You can look into it. Now, in 2024, the UNGA is expected to adopt 17 resolutions on Israel and only 6 on the rest of the entire world, which include 1 resolution each on North Korea, Iran, Syria, Myanmar, Russia, and the United States. Now, what are these resolutions? The occupied Syrian Golan is a resolution. Israeli settlements in the occupied Palestinian territory, including East Jerusalem and the occupied Syrian Golan. The assistance to Palestine refugees, properties and their revenues. That's another 2. The risk of nuclear proliferation in the Middle East. Oil slick on Lebanese shores. Permanent sovereignty of the Palestinian people in the occupied Palestinian territory, including East Jerusalem, and of the Arab population in the occupied Syrian Golan over their natural resources. The right of the Palestinian people to self-determination. The admission of new members to the United Nations, which is admitting the Palestinian state. Illegal Israeli actions in occupied East Jerusalem and the rest of the occupied Palestinian territory. Support for the mandate of the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine refugees in the Near East. Demand for a ceasefire in Gaza. Assistance to the Palestinian people. Peaceful settlement on the question of Palestine. The Syrian Golan. Division for Palestinian rights of the Secretariat. Now, what do you see that's familiar on all of these resolutions against Israel coming up now in the end of 2024? All of it, pretty much almost every single one, has got to do with the Gaza war coming to an end, and majority the Palestinian state and the Palestinian people and their rights. So, Israel receiving the most against them. 17, 6 against the rest of the world, 17 against Israel. One man can step onto the scene and make all 17 of those resolutions disappear with a click of his finger. How? By dividing God's land and making a Palestinian state. By bringing about a fake peace, a covenant of death, to placate mankind and say, look, I finally solved it. There is a Palestinian state. They've got everything they want. These 17 resolutions are wiped off the slate. Israel's fine. We've sorted it out. We've divided the land. Antichrist will do that. He'll bring in that covenant of death. He will divide God's land, and he will bring about what the world is pushing for. And when he does that, all 17 of these drop away immediately, because then they will have achieved their goal against Israel. Do you see how the pieces are slotting together for this final week of mankind? Pray for Israel. Shalom.